Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. I hope you are all enjoying and learning through these online videos. So we have started our chapter number 3, which is square and square roots, and we have learned about the interesting pattern which can be used to find the non-square terms between two consecutive squares number. And then we have seen in our last class how to represent a square odd number as the sum of two consecutive positive integers. Then we have learnt about the square of a number as the sum of odd numbers. Okay. So for today's discussion, we start with a topic which is named as finding out the square of a number without actual multiplication. Okay, as the name suggests, we are going to find a square of a number without doing any actual multiplication. Okay, so up till now what you are doing to find square of a number is, for if you want to find the square of 67, so you just multiply it with itself. And then how you find the square number? You just simply multiplication it like this. Okay, then 7 7 are 49, 4 46, then 2, and then 40, then 9 8 4 4 8 9. Okay, so you write that 4489 is the square of 67. Okay, so but this is actually kind of lengthy multiplication. Okay, you have to multiply each everyone and then perform the sum, and then you have to write. Okay, now we will discuss a method in which you don't have to multiply like this. Okay, this is what we call the actual multiplication. Okay, in the method we will be learning today does not require this kind of multiplication. This is we called actual multiplication. Okay, so to start with, okay, so we have taken the example of 67. Okay, so we will continue it with. Okay, so you see we can write 67 as the sum of 60 plus 7, isn't it? So if you want to find the square of 67, then you have to, that simply means that you have to find the square of 60 plus 7 the whole square. 60 plus 7 to the whole square is simply means that square is simply means you have to multiply with itself. Okay, 2 times. So 60 plus 7 square simply means 60 plus 7, then multiply with 60 plus 7. Okay, isn't it? Now to solve it, how can we solve it? Okay, you have to first observe the number of terms here. So this have 1 2 3 4. Okay, we have 4 terms here. That means there will be, four terms. We have 4 terms here, and with 4 terms we have multiplication sign here. Okay, multiplication sign and plus sign. So in the multiplication of this, after simplifying of this, we will have 4 multiplication sign and 4 addition sign. Okay, by starting with first number you have 60. So what you will do is you will write 60 as it is. Okay, then you forget this number, second number आपको भूल जाना है. Then what you have is multiplication sign and 60 plus 7. तो आप उसको as it is लिख देंगे, multiplication sign and 60 plus 7. Okay, then you write 60 multiplication 60 plus 7. Okay, then what you have is plus 7. So you will write plus 7. Okay, plus 7 के बाद में क्या आपके पास में again multiplication sign and then this bracket. Okay, so you will write it again. Okay, now apply distributive property here. So if we apply distributive property here, you have to multiply with this and you have to multiply with this. Okay, so if 16 first number we have is 60 multiplied by 60, then plus 60 multiplied by 7. Okay, again apply distributive property here. 7 multiplied by 60 plus 7 multiplied by 7. Okay, so 60 multiplied by 60 simply means that you are taking the square of 60, isn't it? Then 60 multiplied by 7, and here we have 7 multiplied by 60. If you see, these numbers are same but the orders are not same. Okay, so you can make this in the same order by applying commutative property here. Okay, so if you apply commutative property here, this will become 60 multiplied by 7, and then the 7 multiplied by 7 is simply means you are taking the square of 7. Okay, so 60 squared I will write as it is. Okay, if you see these two numbers, 60 multiplied by 7, 60 multiplied by 7, it is written here in 2 times. Okay, so if we take common, okay, I think you know about how to take common. So we are taking common, or simply you can say that 60 multiplied by 2, 60 multiplied by 7 is written 2 times. Okay, so 2 times multiply with 60, we have written 60 multiplied by 7 2 times. Okay, so in other words we have taken common here. Okay, 60 multiplied by 7 common लिया है, so 1 plus 1 will become 2. Okay, bracket means simply means यहाँ पे multiplication sign है. I have already told you about this. Then 7 square is as it is. Okay, now you know the square of 6, isn't it? 6 square is 36. Or before that, 60 you can write it in the form of 6 multiplied by 10. Okay, so you have 60 square is simply 6 multiplied by 10 ka whole square. So you have 6 into 6 and then 10 into 10. Okay, so 6 into 6 is 36, 10 into 10 is, number of 0 is 1, so if you square it, it will become 20. Okay, so 3600. Then 2 multiply with 60 into 7, so 60 into 7 will give you 420. 7 square is 49. Okay, so 3600 plus 840 plus 49. Okay, now add them, it will become 9 4 4 8 4 and 4 4 8 9. Okay, so the square of 67 is, if we square the 67 number, we get the square number as 4489, isn't it? So you see, we did not do any actual multiplication. हमने यहाँ पे actual multiplication कहीं भी नहीं किया है. Actual multiplication अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि 67 का हमने 67 से multiply नहीं करा. ठीक है, उसको हम बोलेंगे actual multiplication. We perform some basic multiplication and addition operation, and with that we come to the conclusion of a square number. Okay, so you see, without any actual multiplication we can also find the square of any number. Okay, we take another example, 138. Okay, suppose you want to find the square of 138. So 138 can be written as 130 plus 8, isn't it? But 130 plus 8, ओके, सो यहाँ पे आपको 8 स्क्वायर आएगा, यहाँ पे 8 हट जाएगा, तो 8 थोड़ा आपको ना बड़ी डिजिट है, बिगर वैल्यू है, सो इट विल cause you some trouble with the calculation. So to reduce that, I will write it in the form of this. I can write 138 as a difference of 140 and 2, isn't it? So 138 square will simply give you 140 minus 2 का whole square. So 140 minus 2 whole square simply means आपको 140 minus 2 को इसे multiply करके 2 बार लिखना है. Okay, so now the same thing we have done here. First 140 as it is, then the multiplication sign, and then write this. So 140 minus 2, then you have minus 2 here, minus 2, then the multiplication sign, and write this bracket. So 140 minus 2. Now apply the distributive property here. 140 multiplied by 140 and then minus sign, 140 multiplied by 2, then this minus sign, 2 multiply with 140 and minus 2 multiply with minus 2. Okay, so you see 140 by 140 is the 140 square. Again, if we see 140 multiply by 2 here and 2 multiply by 140 here, we can apply the commutative property here and write it in this way. Okay, then minus 2 minus 2, so minus minus will become plus and 2 into 2 will become 2 square. Okay, then 140 square as it is, write it as it is. Now if you see 140 multiply by 2, 140 multiply by 2 is written 2 times with the same sign. Okay, अगर सेम साइन होते तो हम उसको ऐड करते एंड राइट दिस साइन ऑफ बोथ नंबर्स. ओके, सो ऐड करने पे अगर आप देखेंगे, अगर यहाँ पे इसको पहले 1 मान लेते हैं आप और इसको पूरा 1 मानोगे तो 1 + 1 2 मिलेगा. सो यू विल राइट 2 एंड वॉट एवर द नंबर. ओके, सो 2 the minus sign and the number which is 140 multiplied by 2 and then 2 square. Okay, now you know the 14 square is 196, then 10 square is 100, minus 2 into 140 multiplied by 2, 140 multiplied by 2 is 28, or sorry 280 multiplied by 2 is 560. Okay, 560 plus 4. So if you solve this, you will get 19044. Okay, so you see, again we did not do the actual multiplication and yet we found the square of 138. Okay, बट आप यहाँ पे बोलेंगे कि सर इससे अच्छा तो हम एक्चुअल मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर ले तो ही अच्छा है, इजंट इट. बट ये स्मॉल नंबर्स के केस में बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन अगर आप बिगर वैल्यूज़ पे जाएंगे जैसे कि 968, सपोज यू हैव टू फाइंड द स्क्वायर ऑफ 968, देन आप क्या करोगे इस टाइम पे 968 ऐसे मल्टीप्लिकेशन करने बैठोगे, फिर तीनों का मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं ना, फिर लिखोगे, फिर एक्स लिखोगे, फिर नीचे एक्स लिखोगे, फिर पता नहीं क्या क्या करोगे आप, इजंट इट. सो टू reduce this kind of calculation, we have come to this type of method. Okay, so I hope you learned it or you understand this method. Okay, then we will start our next topic. Okay, so the next topic is, you can see the Pythagorean triplets. Okay, so at the starting of this chapter I have given you homework in which you have to verify the Pythagoras theorem in a triangle. Okay, so triangle was named as ABC. You have to take any measurement and you have to verify the Pythagoras theorem. So if I take 3, 4 and AC will be 5, I have to verify it. So according to Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square equals to AC square. Okay, so AB square is 3 square, BC square is 4 square, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 9 plus 16 will give you 25, which is the square of 5, and 5 is the side of AC. Okay, so you see 3, 4 and 5. Okay, we have used this number in this triangle and we found that these three numbers, if you square the two small numbers and add them, you will get the third largest number. Okay, so that is what we call the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, this is called, what do we call, Pythagorean triplets. Okay, what does it mean? So triplets simply means 3 number. Okay, triplet का मतलब होता है 3 number. Then Pythagorean. Okay, Pythagorean simply means it involves the Pythagoras property. Okay, Pythagoras property क्या होती है? The sum of square of 2 number is equals to the sum of square of third number. Sorry, the sum of square of 2 number is equal to the square of third number. Okay, so if we write it, if the sum of two two number is equal to the square of third number. Okay, only then. Okay, then these three number, what do these three number called? Okay, or whatever these three number do, these three number form a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so you see, if we have three number, okay, you arrange it in the ascending order, then if you take the square of three number, okay, then you perform the sum of two smaller number, and if it equals to the square of third number, then you will say that these three numbers are the Pythagorean triplets. Okay, for example, 3 4 5 are the Pythagorean triplets. Let us take another example, 6 8 10. Okay, let us check whether it is Pythagorean triplets or not. So you have to take the sum of square of two small number, and it should be equal to the square of third number. So the LHS is equals to 6 square plus 8 square equals to 6 square is 36, 8 square is 64, it will become 100. Okay, and 100 is the square of 10. So RHS is 10 square. So that means LHS is equals to RHS. Then we can say that this is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so we will write 6 8 10 6 8 and 10 are Pythagorean triplet. Okay, let us take another example, 20 21 and 29. So 20 square plus 21 square should be equal to 29 square. Okay, the sum of the square of two smaller number should be equal to the square of third number. Okay, so the LHS will be 20 square is 400, 21 square is 441, so it will become 841. RHS is 29 square is 841. Okay, so you see LHS is equals to RHS. So we will say that 20 21 and 29 is Pythagorean triplet. Okay, now if you see, we take any randomly number. Okay, we did not take any random number. We have taken the combination of only those number whose sum of square equals to the third number. Okay, but can we have any general formula for that? So for that, सपोज ओके आपको सोचना है थोड़ा सा, सपोज m is natural number, you know, natural number, m is natural number, and m is greater than 1. Okay, we have taken a condition here that m is a natural number and m is greater than 1. Okay, so the value m start with 2 3 4 and so on. Okay, now then, okay, suppose m is a natural number and m is greater than 1, then 2m m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 will form a Pythagorean triplet. ओके, बट हाउ सर? अब आप बोलेंगे कि सर कैसे, हमको तो पता ही नहीं चला आपने कैसे लिख दिया है. सो वी विल सी हियर, m is a natural number. Okay, so if you take any natural number, but it should be greater than 1. Okay, so suppose let's take m equals to 1. Okay, but we cannot take m equals to 1. Why? You will understand now. Okay, so 2m will become 2 multiply with 1, so equals to 2. Then next term is m square plus 1. Okay, so m square is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1, so it's 2. Then m square minus 1, so m square is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so आपके पास में ट्रिपलेट क्या आई, 2 2 0. Okay, if you see this number 2, okay, एक नंबर तो हो गया. Then again the number gets repeated and you have a 0 here. Okay, so 0 of course is not a natural number, and if you think it in another way, अगर आप पाइथागोरस थ्योरम के बारे में बात करेंगे, पाइथागोरस थ्योरम अप्लाई होती है राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल में. ओके, तो अगर एक साइड की लेंथ होगी 2 और हाइपोटेनियस भी अगर बोल रहे हैं हमारे पास में 2 है, तो बेस की साइज वो 0 बोल रही है, मतलब 0 है तो फिर वो लेंथ ही नहीं है, इजंट इट? तो अगर लेंथ नहीं है तो फिर वो एक ही साइड बन जाएगी, एक ही ऐसी लाइन दिखेगी. सो दैट्स वाई m इक्वल्स टू 1 इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ओके, दैट इज वाई वी हैव टेकन m is greater than 1. Okay, so if we take m equals to 2, okay, so 2m will become 2 into 2, that is 4. Then m square minus 1 is 4 minus 1 equals to 3, and m square plus 1 is 4 plus 1 equals to 5. Okay, now arrange this in the ascending order. Okay, this numbers you have to arrange it in ascending order. So ascending order is 3 4 5. Okay, so according to the rule this should be the Pythagorean triplet, but let us verify it. So it should be the square of smaller to square of sum of square of smaller number should be equal to the square of larger number. Okay, so let us take LHS. So 3 square is 9 plus 4 square is 16 equals to 25. RHS is 5 square equals to 25. Okay, so LHS is equals to RHS, so therefore it can be the it is the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, let us take another example. Let us take m equals to 4. Okay, so 2m will be 2 into 4 equals to 8. Then m square minus 1 equals to, m square is 16 minus 1 is 15. Then m square plus 1, so 16 plus 1 equals to 17. Okay, so according to rule the number we have 8 15 17. Okay, so this number 8 15 and 17 should be Pythagorean triplet. So let us verify it. The square of smaller number should be equals to the larger number. Okay, so the LHS part is 64, 15 square is 225. If you add them you will get 289, and RHS is 17 square is 289. Okay, so you see LHS is again equals to RHS. Okay, so that we can say that from putting the value of m in this we can find the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि इनमें वैल्यूज पुट करने के बाद में जो नंबर मिलेगा वो Pythagorean triplet होंगे. Okay, these are the Pythagorean triplet, these are not the square of the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, आपको इसका ध्यान रखना है. Okay, so okay, before we go to our next topic, okay, आप इन तीन वैल्यू को देखिए. Okay, 8 15 17, and if you take this again 2m m square minus 1 and m square plus 1, So you see m square minus 1 is the smallest value and m square plus 1 is the greatest value, but it will depend on the number, of course. If we take m equals to 4, so we have 2m equals to 8. In this case, this becomes the smallest value and m square is the largest value. So you see m square plus 1 will always be the greatest value, largest value, but it will depend the value of m. 2m value should be the smallest or m square minus 1 will be the smallest. Okay, it depends on the value of m. Okay, so now we start our exercise 3.1. okay, so 3.1 will have first question, find the square of each of the following number without एक्चुअल मल्टीप्लिकेशन. ओके, अभी हमने जो एक मेथड देखी थी स्क्वायर नंबर फाइंड करने की, कि आपको एक्चुअल मल्टीप्लिकेशन नहीं करना है और आपको स्क्वायर फाइंड करना. ओके, सो 76 कैन बी रिटन एज 80 minus 4. okay, so if I have to find the square of 76, that means I have to find the square of 80 minus 4. So 80 minus 4 can be written as 80 minus 4 multiply with 80 minus 4. So now write 80 first and then multiply with the bracket. So 80 minus 4, then the minus sign and 4 and फिर multiply and bracket लिखना है आपको. Now apply the distributive property here. So 80 multiply by 80 minus 80 multiply with 4 minus 4 multiply with 80, then minus 4 multiply with minus 4. okay, so 80 multiply with 80 give you 80 square minus, now see 80 multiply by 4 and minus 4 multiply 80. तो अगर यहाँ पे आप कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी लगाएगी तो ये होगा 80 multiply by 4, isn't it? So you have 80 multiply by 4 here and 80 multiply by 4 here. So यहाँ पे भी सेम है, यहाँ पे भी सेम है. So you can write it 2 multiply with in bracket 80 multiply with 4. okay, then minus minus become plus, 4 into 4 will equal 4 square. So 80 स्क्वायर. ओके, तो 80 स्क्वायर के लिए आप अगर आपके पास में 0 होता है तो सिंपली आपको देखना है 0 टेंस प्लेस पे जो वैल्यू है उसके स्क्वायर. तो टेंस प्लेस पे 8 है तो 8 है 64 स्क्वायर. सो 8 स्क्वायर इज 64 एंड देन 0, तो 0 का स्क्वायर करोगे तो एक 0 है तो आप स्क्वायर करोगे तो 2 0 हो जाएंगे, तो 2 0 आपको ऐड करना है. माइनस 80 इंटू 4 इज 8 4 the 32, so 320 here and plus 4 for the 16. So 6400 minus 320 into 2 is 640 plus 16. okay, so you will have 5776. okay, let us take another part, D part. okay, D part is 94. So you can write this 94 as 90 plus 4. okay, you can also write it in the form of 100 minus 6. okay, it doesn't matter in which you have write, you will always get the same result. okay, so 90 plus 4, in if you want to square the number, so 90 plus 4 will get square also. So 90 plus 4 simply means you are multiplying 90 plus 4 again. okay, so 90 multiply with the bracket again, then the plus 4 and multiply it with bracket. okay, so 90 multiply with plus 4, so आपको यहाँ पे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव प्रॉपर्टी लगानी है. 90 multiply by 90 plus 90 multiply with 4 plus 4 multiply with 90 plus 4 multiply with 4. okay, so 90 multiply by 90 give you 90 square plus 90 multiply by 4 4 multiply by 90. okay, आप भी देखेंगे तो आपको दोनों सेम दिखेगा, तो इनका प्रोडक्ट जो भी आएगा फिर इनको प्लस करना है, तो इसको लिख दूंगा मैं 2 multiply with 90 मल्टीप्लाई विथ 4। ओके, आपको यहाँ पे कम्युनिटी प्रॉपर्टी लगाई, कम्युनिटी प्रॉपर्टी लगाने के बाद 90 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 हुआ, 90 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 यहाँ पे भी, 90 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 यहाँ पे भी है। इफ़ यू टेक कॉमन, सो कॉमन निकालने के बाद आपको 1+1 करना पड़ेगा तो 2 हो जाएगा। ओके, और अगर इससे आपको समझ में नहीं आया तो आप इस तरह से सोच लीजिए कि 90 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 2 बार लिखा है तो 2 बार इसका लिख दिया और 90 मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया। ओके, देन यू हैव 4 स्क्वायर, सो 90 स्क्वायर इज 81 and 00 plus 2 multiplied by 90 into 4, so 90 into 4 is 360, 360 into 2 is 720. Okay, so 4 square is 16, so you will have the answer 8836. Okay, so 8836 is the square of the 94. Okay students, I hope you get it at this point, and if you have any doubts you can contact me. So that is all for our today's class. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.